Hello and welcome, guys. This video is going to be an instruction video for students in order to use the DMA platform. So if you go to the website Digital Masters Academy, well, pick from the landing page the option Student. Then you come on the landing page, which is specifically for students. If you haven't logged in yet, you can log in through this button here, or you can log down for a login button through the register button down here. Login in the DMA platform means that you need to work with a Google account. Now, what is a Google account? A Google account is actually an email address that is known by one of the Google products. So obviously, if you use a Gmail address, this is like by default already a Google account because Gmail is a product that Google offers. But a Google account can basically be any account. So it could also be your own website domain, or it can even be a Hotmail account or Yahoo account. So if you don't find an account here, you can check the box Use Other Accounts, and you can actually type in your email. If your email is not known by the Google system, you can create an account. If you click create an account, pay attention because Google will kind of create a Gmail. If you decide that you don't want to create an extra Gmail and want to work with an existing mail account, which is not like from Google, you can do so, but you need to pick the option, I want to use my existing email address. So definitely watch out for that. So I'm going back because the option that I want to pick today is going to be my test email address. So I'm going to pick this option here. And as I was already logged in, it's going to give me information about my last name. I'm going to overwrite that now. Test name. If you are a student, you obviously have a student number. So depending on what school you are, your student number looks. So let's say that this would be my student number. And I'm going to pick my school now. So anyone who would come to the system needs to pick its own. I'm going to pick Antwerp Management School. And within Antwerp Management Schools, there are different groups of students that will take part in the DMA. So I'm going to choose here for the first one, Master in Strategic Marketing. When you come to the job type, you can choose whether you want to do, by the end of the program, an internship or a student job. Well, an internship, schools actually require internships to be done by the end of the semester or the end of the year. So if you're not sure what to pick, local DMA ambassador of your school, and they will let you know whether you have to pick internship, and if it's optional, you can also go for a student job. So it's up to you. So let me pick the internship, and I can tick the box here. I accept to share my personal information. Now, if you have a question about how we are going to treat your information, you can click this link, Terms and Conditions, and you can even print it out to read how we are going to use this. There we go. So here we come to the page where we have an overview of all the trainings. So Google is going to provide you with 5 live sessions. The first one is called Digital Landscape, and the last one is called Measuring with Analytics. Now, for the first one, if you open this up, you get more information about what you can expect from this session. And this session is actually built up of 2 things. First of all, an event, which is a live session. And if you're not sure anymore when exactly or where you need to be, you can always double check this information. Because sometimes rooms might change, we advise you to double check the information like the night before so that you are sure to be in the right room. All right. Now, during this digital landscape, the you will get information about Google Partners. And the trainer will ask you to submit a registration on Google Partners. If later on you forgot how to do it, you can always come back to the platform, click on Google registration, Google Partners registration, and click the box from here. So when I do that, I'm actually land on another page. It's the Join Google Partners. So this is definitely what you want to do. You want to join now. What you want to double check is up here that you're still logged in with the same account, which is actually not the case for me. So I was logged in with my test account, and by changing the tab to my personal account. So I'm switching back to my test account. This is very important for you because we want you to use the same email address over and over again. So don't register on 2 different Google accounts. So I have already made a profile. Basically what I have added is my email address. All the rest is still empty right now. But what I want to show you on Google Partner is the fact that you can actually pick your company right here. And the company in our case will be the school. So you need to pick your own school by typing in DMA, and then you will see all the different schools that we have available. So pick just the school that you want to apply to, and you can affiliate from here, right? What is going to happen now? Well, your ambassador will then have to accept you as a student from the school, and this is how we keep track of your performance when you are taking your exams. So the exams that you will take later will be here within AdWords and Analytics. So we will come to that later on. But this is very important, once again, that you check that you are actually using the right email address right here. So double check here as well. And the second thing is that you pick the right, that you actually pick the right company, which is your school. So you can do it from here as well. Just type in DMA and you will see all the different DMA companies right here, which are the schools. All right, so back again to our platform. This was Digital Landscape. This was the event. This was on your to-do list. Let's go back here and look at the second session. The second session is actually going to be a lot of different things. There is, of course, a live session as well. You can see the date here. You can see where you are expected to be. But before the second session, we actually ask you to make sure that you make a certificate before, that you get a certificate before. And this certificate is called Digital Atelier. And by clicking the link here, take the exam, I will be led to another site again. All right, I'm led to the other side. What I can do is I can go to my library. As you can see, this is actually in Dutch, but you can change the language to French as well. So you have the option to take this certificate in Dutch or in French for Belgium. All right, it's very important that you pick your own country. So for all our schools, it would be Belgium. Don't take the exam in another country, because otherwise we cannot track your performance. So, okay, here I am in the library, and what you see is different options. You see a video right here, and you see a mini test right there. So what you could do is you can watch the video and take the test from here. All right, let me go back to my library, because I already did that. This is one that I didn't do, so I'm going to check it again. Here you go. All right. Once you've finished off a topic, you will get a badge. I actually got all my badges already. So I have completed the whole profile, and I have the certificate right here. So if you have finished it off, you can download your certificate by clicking here. And if we go back to the platform, you can upload this certificate right here. So I'm going to show you how a certificate looks like. So I can download it here. And I can open it up. This is how it looks like. It has a stamp on it. Upload it right here. So I update it. And this will turn green, so it means that I have finished off this section. So it's very important that you start doing this right now, because taking all of the exams within the 23 topics is going to take you quite some time. So it's estimated that it will take you 8 hours, but you should consider as these 8 hours without even a coffee break. So definitely plan ahead and plan to do a couple of topics per day in order for you to reach the deadline in time. By the way, we haven't talked about deadlines yet. You can see the deadline each time here next to the session, but if you go into the session, you see the deadline once again here as well. So everything what has passed or what you have done will turn green, so you can check yourself how far you are. All right, so back to the platform. I have a session about Google AdWords fundamentals. Once again, we open it. What you see is that there is going to be a live session. You can check the date again, the hour, the room. And then you have different exams that you can take. And one of the exams is the mandatory exam of AdWords fundamentals that you should take after you got the session about AdWords. So you can click here, take the exam. You can join Google Partners again. You already joined, of course, but it brings you to the same page. So if all goes well, you are logged in again, but again with me, I'm not logged in with the right one. I picked this email address as being the email address I wanted to use for DMA. So I need to, all right, there we go. So this is it. If you don't see your company yet, you still need to do to affiliate with your school. So pick your school from there and affiliate with your school. And what you must do in order to get certified is click on certifications. And here you will see the AdWords exam. So just click on it. This is going to be an open browser exam, so you can look up any question yourself. This is a study guide in case you need extra information. You can change this to your own native languages if you want, and you can click take the exam. And from there, the clock will be ticking. And fundamentals exam will take you a maximum 2 hours, and it's going to be multiple choice. All right. So once you got the exam, and because you did the linking with the company, which is your school, we're going to keep track of your results automatically. Don't expect this to happen immediately. Leave us at least 48 hours to make sure that we can update your certificate in the platform. So and definitely over a weekend, please know that there is someone manually helping to update the system. So it can take a couple of days to see this appearing in green. There are a lot more exams for if you want, but a lot of them are optional. Session here. Last thing with Google Analytics, it's very similar to the Google AdWords one. You can see the session with Google Analytics and taking the exam of Google Analytics, which basically brings you to this interface. So here, there's only one exam. You can change the language if you want and take the exam, check the study guide. Our exam is both covering the fundamentals of Google Analytics as well as the advanced section. So you need to learn both study guides. All right. So this for everything you need to know about the training, everything you need to know about the certifications, about the deadlines, and so on. As you know, there will be also a project going on, which is probably going to be like the you spend the most time on. It's Google Ad Grants, the project. And what you could see is that you can select your team from here. So I am already registered with my test email address. And now I can actually see whether there is somebody else registered. And I can update. But he doesn't find my other email address. If you want to make a team with one of your colleagues and you cannot find the member, it means that that person hasn't signed up yet. You can make a team beginning from 2 people, but we actually advise you to go to 4 people within a team, and in the exception, you can even go to the 5th person within a team, but that's really the maximum. You should be like at least 2 people. Once you have a team selected, you can actually select your NGO. Because I don't have a team yet, I cannot show you the steps, but please bear in mind to make sure that your team is the only team working with that NGO. We ask you to enter the VAT number and the address of the NGO. So even if not every NGO is has a VAT number, they will definitely have some kind of a number, which is called ondernemingsnummer, or something you can find back in either the Kruispunt Bank van Ondernemingen or des Entreprises. So here you need to take the steps to make sure that your team is only working on that NGO and no other team from another school is working on the same NGO. This is also the place where you can upload your digital mass marketing review or digital marketing strategy, and we will provide you a template for that report as well, so you can have an idea of what we were looking for. As well, after you have run your campaign, you can upload your post campaign report, and we will again provide you with a template for it, so you have a better idea in how we expect this to look like, and also what we consider as being important. You will see as well how we kind of divide the points that you can get on this both of these reports. All right, so this was all about the training, the different sessions, the different steps that you need to take. So there are a couple of registrations that you need to do. First of all, on the DMA platform itself, then on Digital Atelier, which was this platform, and then again on Google Partners, which was this platform. Just bear in mind that every time you have the same email address throughout the whole system, because otherwise we cannot keep track of what you're doing. Then, what else? DMA certification will become available once you have done all the steps before your deadline has passed. And then the only thing I wanted to show to you was the job openings. So once we have vacancies available, they will appear here. But what you ask you is to complete your profile on this page. So this page is going to tell the system what your email address is, what your name is. You can fill out your phone number as well, and then your availability. This is very important. If you know already that at some months of the year or some weeks you will not be available, and some other days or months you will be available, you can actually pick up to 3 different time slots that you would be available, and you can add even some more information from there. Once you have done that, you will see the vacancies over here as well, and you can actually apply from within the interface or select all the vacancies that interest you. All right, so we have covered everything. I wish you the best of luck with it, and remember that you log in with your same email address over and over again in all the system, and remember to take your exams and to plan ahead to prepare your exams as well, because especially in the beginning for the trainings, you will need to dedicate like quite some time in taking the exams. Best of luck, guys. Goodbye.